This is pretty cool. If we make this like, it doesn't have to be a weekly thing. It could be a couple times a month.
Yeah.
I think it would be neat having a nice series going.
Hey guys, Kenny with Ugly Tent.
Jay with Buckeye Bushcraft.
We're here for another gear talk.
Yeah.
So
a lot of stuff today.
Yeah. Well, after the first episode, we got excited.
Exactly. Yeah.
And said, let's do it again.
Someone's been messaging me all day.
I want to get mine out of the way because it stinks, literally.
Okay.
This thing is just so ripe, and then we'll talk about your stuff.
That sounds good.
Years ago, I tried making a backpack out of a duffel bag. This is an old GI duffel bag, and I started constructing a backpack. It's a really cool idea, but this thing is just, you know how these duffel bags get? It is ripe.
Get that military surplus smell.
Oh my gosh. I have washed it, I turned it inside out, done everything to it. And there's probably somebody will know how to get rid of that smell.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So if you know how, leave a comment. Get that out of here. Shoo. But what Rothko did, and you know, it used to be Rothko was one of those low-end supply houses.
Yep.
But they've really upped their game.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've got plenty of Rothko stuff that I've used for years.
Especially the canvas stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how the Cordura stuff does, the zippers and everything.
That's heavy duty.
Yeah. So they made I'm pretty sure this is one of their new versions, new for this year. It's a duffel bag backpack. So I was really excited to try this out. It's very basic. You know, it is what it is. It's a duffel bag that turned into the smaller backpack. It's got a pocket on the outside. And it's got your classic duffel bag catch here at the top. But man, the stuff you can fit in here, I'm not sure the liters on it. Got stuff for show. Let's see what tell you how many liters. Yeah, it says 37.75 liters. So that's a really big
so
pack.
Almost 38 liters in.
That's a 38 liter pack's a big pack. And on the inside, I hope you guys can see this well, there's additional pocket in here. They added that to it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, which is nice.
The thing with Rothko stuff too is it's not very expensive.
No,
it's common man. So
yeah, and that's what, you know, I can buy this at my dealer price and still give the customer a really good deal.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's what excites me.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to share that. I thought that was just super cool. But we'll get on to your stuff too, because I'm excited to see the stuff that you brought.
Yeah, I got plenty of goodies right here. All right, so I guess we'll start with the first one. These sold really, really quick. I think I only have one left on the website. This is the Buckeye Bushcraft knife made by Tony Powers over at Dirtbound Survival. He did an awesome job with these knives. I only have one left on the site.
Pooter Stomper.
Yeah, it used to be Pooter. I call them Pooter.
Pooter, yeah.
But the ones on the website are a black micarta. Mine is a brown micarta because I wanted mine to be different than everyone else's. But it is a 1095 high carbon steel. It's about 1/8 of an inch thick. It has a 90-degree spine with a Scandi Vex grind, so you get pretty much the sharpness of a Scandi, but the kind of the durability of the convex grind. And then, of course, it's full tang. It has white liners. Not sure if you can see that or not.
I was impressed with the liners.
Yeah.
He's a fairly new knife maker, right?
He's been doing it about 8 or 9 months, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
But he does a really good job. But it's got brown micarta on mine. It does at least. The ones on the website are black micarta, and then a Rockwell hardness of, I think it's right around 58, 59. So something like that.
What's that thing? Yeah, it's nice.
And I just have a Voyager leatherwork sheath for mine. These will fit in a more classic #2 sheath. So it'll fit in there like a glove, but I like the leather with it. So yeah, that is Buckeye Bushcraft knife.
Is that your first knife? Your first?
Like my own?
Yeah.
I went through a few designs from a couple different makers.
Okay.
But this right here is by far my favorite. So
awesome.
I'm not going to name the makers I used, but they did a really crappy job on them. So I just basically threw them out.
Yeah.
So
gotcha.
All right, next.
I wanted to point out my shirt too. This is the spring meetup shirt from this past spring.
Nice.
So the fall meetup is coming in October.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys, I think the dates. I'll put the dates below. What I said was 7th, 8th, and 9th.
I think so. Yeah.
Somewhere around there. So this was Chris. Shout out to my buddy Chris from Kentucky Woodsman, his channel, and he puts a lot of work and effort into this. And the Turkey Foot Campground meetup, the fall meetup, is sponsored by Robert from I almost said Buckeye Bushcraft, Bluegrass Bushcraft, for Bluegrass Bushcraft.
Sweet.
And Robert, I don't know if you ever watched Robert's channel, but man, he's awesome with the Coleman stoves and Coleman lanterns.
Okay,
he
cool.
rebuilds that stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because there's a lot of people that do that.
I mean, he's in the clubs and
That's cool.
yeah, he does a
That's
really
cool.
good job. His videos. I don't know why Robert doesn't have like a million
Yeah,
subscribers.
the million subs.
Because his videos are just the same thing every time, which I like.
Yeah.
You tune in, you know what you're going to see, and he does a good job. And they're just so clean and basic. And this is how you repair this. This is how you fix this.
Yeah.
Get it going. I mean, he does a great job. So shout out to my buddies, Chris and Robert. All right, go ahead, buddy.
So this right here is the pocket fishing kit. It's one of them that I sell on the site. This is my personal kit. So there's a lot more items in it, more tailored to me. But basically what comes in this kit is you're going to get 4 small hooks, 4 medium hooks. You're going to get 8 number 14 swivels. You're going to get 8 pieces of, I think it's a number 5 split shot or number 6, something like that. And then you get some bait with it. What I put in as far as bait goes, what I found really works well, there we go, is this like crappie slinger bait you can buy.
What the heck is that?
Yeah. So it's basically like a little...
Did you silence your phone?
Oh, sorry.
We're doing an important video here. God.
Good Lord. No. But so this is like a pellet. You just put it on the end of your small hook, and these things right here will absolutely...
I've never seen this before.
Yeah, it will absolutely wreak havoc on the bluegill and the crappie.
I'm not a fisherman. What do they smell like? They stink?
You can only have to open a package to smell them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, they work good.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
So you get a baggie of that, and I think there's like 8 or 9 of those pebbles in there. And then you get 2 bobbers. And then the line that I use is a, I think I put about 40 feet on there of 10-pound test fluorocarbon line. So, and then what I do whenever I ship them out is I just put a piece of electrical tape over them. That way, you know, the line doesn't go everywhere in the box.
Is there something down here too? Why is it rounded off?
Yes. So, I mean, any type of tube, because you can make it out of pretty much any tube. But if you do, you want to get a tube that's rounded on the end, because whenever you go to actually cast it and let your thumb off, it spools off a lot easier. I'm going to be putting out a video on survival fishing and also hand lines. So that way, because a lot of people buy these and they don't know how to cast them, they don't really know how to use them, and there is a certain method to using these, but it's a really fun and easy way to get food. I mean, fish is kind of a no-brainer in a if you're out in the woods, you just want to catch a fish, or if you're camping, or if you're in a survival situation, and having something like this can be
a bluegill or something to put on the fire. You don't have to.
And mine's more tailored to me. I think I've got quite a bit of stuff in mine, and I make these kits. They're like a basic kit that whenever you get it, you will be able to, take the kit right out of the box, go to a pond and catch a fish. But they're also made to where you can customize it to put whatever you want in it. Like I put one of these bigger hooks in it. This is something that you could put a piece of bank line in, throw a big, if you catch a smaller fish, throw a big hunk of bluegill on it, toss it out there in the night, and then maybe the next morning you'll have a catfish or something like that on it.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I mean, mine's customized to what I like and what I use the most, obviously. But whenever, if someone does pick up one of these, whenever you do receive it, it'll be ready to catch a fish right out of the box. I think I charge $20 for these.
You catch fish out of the box?
Yeah, right out of the box.
Those are frozen fish. You can't catch fish.
So, but the reason I charge $20 for them is, the stuff that goes in them is not super expensive. For me, it's the time that goes into them, of me having to put them together and make them, because I baggie each individual piece in these little tiny bags.
Yeah, I think people
you know,
are okay with
Yeah.
paying for your time.
yeah. And then I've got to buy.
And
you
$20
know,
really, that's not bad.
No, that's not bad for. I've seen them go for 50 before. So, and then you get a lanyard on the back of it. So got to drill a hole in the cap. Got to put the rubber on. Got to spool the line up on it. Pack
There's a lot of work
everything
goes
in
into
it.
that.
So, but these are really fun to have, and they literally fit in your pocket. But what I do is I'll carry something like this, and then I don't have the actual tackle box with me, but I keep one of these cases in my EDC bag, and it just has medications, right? So something to make you use the bathroom, something to stop you from using the bathroom, migraine medicine,
I carry one.
Benadryl, all that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, but these are actually little tackle boxes. They come in 2 in a pack on Amazon for like $5. So what I did was I took the other one and actually put extra baits and all that good stuff in it. So I'll carry a mini tackle box in the pocket fishing kit. The tackle box will give me a little extra oomph, I guess you could say, if I start to run out of things in here.
Awesome.
So yeah, pocket fishing kit.
Cool, man. I can't wait to see a video on that too.
Yeah. So next is the fire kit that I sell. It just comes in like a plain Altoid style tin, and inside I've got this is a 3/8 by 3 inch ferrocerium rod. It's got a nice little hole drilled in it so you can put a little lanyard on it, hang it around your neck, and do whatever. On mine, I actually have it on a lanyard and then an actual striker attached to it. You got a ferro rod, you get a full-sized orange Bic lighter.
Orange so you can find it.
Exactly, everything's orange so you can find it. You get a small hank of steel wool, and I just posted a video about this today actually. I showed, I think, 5 different ways to ignite the steel wool.
That was my next question. Yeah.
So you got that. You have 2 wet fire cubes. And then, in the bottom of it, you have a Fresnel lens.
Ferrocerium lens.
Yeah. Or the Fresnel lens, Fresnel lens, I'm not exactly.
Ferro lens.
The ferro lens.
You got a ferro rod and a ferro lens.
Oh my gosh. So, start fires. If you need to be able to see something, you can.
Hey, that'd be great for me. That way I can see the camera next time.
Yeah, you're pretty old, so it'll work pretty good, I think. But what I think these are a 3-power lens. It doesn't matter what the power of the lens is. What matters is how big the lens is, because the bigger the lens, the more light it collects from the sun. So if you have a lens that's this big around, but it's only a 2-power, it's going to be a lot stronger than a 10-power lens that's that big. So it's something you have to keep in mind. These are nice and big. They have no problem lighting natural materials, char, all that stuff. Something else that I'm putting in here too.
Let me ask a silly question. So you have used those before to start fires?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I have used magnifying lenses.
Yeah, I keep one of these in my wallet. These are really fun to play around with. I'm a big fan of these right here.
Cool.
So.
And you notice the common theme here is that Jake and I are always talking about stuff that's fun to play around with.
Mm-hmm.
Fishing kit's fun. The lens is fun.
Yep.
I mean, that's what we're about too. Is this is we call it survival and bushcraft, but really, hopefully, you never have to use it for survival.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, you're going to be. I mean, some of this stuff is expendable. I mean, they're expendable items too. You can replace them and do all that. But
that's nice.
With the steel wool, like I said, there's tons of different ways to ignite. You can light this with flint and steel, and it'll work.
It'll take a spark.
Yep, take a spark from flint and steel. I actually did that in my video.
Cool.
But this also gives you an advantage if you have like really wet tinder and you're doing a friction fire. You can put the ember here. It's a molten ball of metal, so it's going to give you that time allotted to be able to dry out wet material if needed. You can also just light small shavings on fire if you wanted to. So that's why that's in there.
I learned something.
And you can use it to clean stuff.
Man.
Clean pots and pans, clean your gun.
Multi-purpose.
Yeah. Clean the surface rust off your knife. Something else I'm going to put in here too is a small baggie of char cloth. Use your lighter to light it. You can use the Fresnel lens. You can use the ferrocerium rod.
It's ferro lens.
So it's
Ferro lens.
Fresnel.
Ferro rod, ferro lens.
Fresnel. Okay. Some people call it a Fresnel lens. It drives me nuts. But it's Fresnel.
It is ferro rod. Ferro lens.
And this also has a ruler on it, so yeah, you nice straight line if you're using.
Do Mexico.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
So that is the fire kit. I think I have these on there for like $15 or something like that. Between 12 and 15 bucks, something like that.
So how's the website doing?
It's doing good. The opening weekend, I almost sold out of a lot of stuff, so I had to reorder a lot of stuff, which is good. I appreciate everyone that went to check it out. But yeah, these 3 items right here are available on my website. The knife does not come with a sheath because if it did, I would have to charge an insane amount of money for the knife. So I wanted to keep it right around that $200 price range, so it won't ship with a sheath, but it will fit in any leather style sheath like this and or the Mora Classic number 2 sheaths. It'll fit in those also. So,
all right. And lastly, what else do you have?
This is just something I've been playing around with. So I've been playing around with Campcraft's products recently.
Since you're an ambassador?
Yep. So, and I am a huge fan of this stuff. I like how waxy it is, but the biggest problem that I see with people who do wax canvas stuff, and I'm not, calling out any companies or anything like that, but there are certain companies out there that, have wax stuff made overseas, and it's not very, I guess you could say, heavy duty as far as the material goes. It's just super heavily waxed. And then once the wax wears off, the material's real thin, it rips really easy. So one thing I like about their stuff is that it's a thick material and it is a thick coating of wax on it. It's basically like oilskin.
I like that zipper too.
Yeah.
Is that YKK?
That's a YKK zipper.
I think it's heavy duty.
Yeah.
The teeth on that.
So that's like their one of their possibles pouches, I think. One of their possible bags.
That's nice.
So I just got a small kit bit out of it.
Oh, that's smooth.
Oh, I know. Yeah. But this is sweet just to throw in your backpack or haversack. Put all your extras in.
Yeah.
I've never been like a huge fan of like I used to say like
organization.
No possum pouches. No, I love organization in my pack.
Have you seen his car?
Yeah.
The Jeep, or FJ. It's not a Jeep, it's an
So, but I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the possum style pouches that are out there. Just because I'm not a big fan of the material. I like a more of a canvas type material. I just think it looks cleaner, it looks better. It goes perfect in my Go Ruck because it sits right down in there because I'm really OCD about how my bag is packed. So having pouches like this is pretty sweet.
That's nice, very nice.
These are not available on my website. These are available at Campcraft, but yeah.
But it's big talk. We're just talking about gear.
That's right. We're just talking about gear in general. There's 4 items for me compared to your 1. I can't believe you didn't have any more than that.
Well, I've got stuff. I just didn't want to bogart the time. That's fine. I got plenty of stuff. Yeah. I'll save for next week.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I knew you had a bunch, especially with your.
And now I've got to come up with new stuff.
Well, I'll carry the load next time. I'll have a bunch. And bring in 1 or 2 items.
Oh my gosh!
But I thought this was pretty cool. I mean,
yeah, that is neat.
And my price on it, I'm selling for $27.99, $28.
Something you can do with these two is wax them. If you really wanted to.
Yeah.
You can buy a canvas pack from Rothko for like $20 and just wax it, and it would work. Just like this one.
And this thing's just such a hog. I mean, you can stick. And I was thinking, here's my thought on this. This is great for like a go bag, or keep it, keep it with your gear. And if you need to get out and hurry, you can just shove gear in there. And take it. Pack it later.
See, I go with the Go Ruck. So.
Well, that's $1,000 compared to 30.
That's true. That's true. But these are really nice. I like more of a duffel style bag like that too.
Yeah, just basic.
Especially if you're like car camping, you can throw all kinds of stuff in there.
And you could even carry wood in it. I mean, you could really, for that price, in my opinion, there's a lot you can do with this. And it's made in India, not in China.
Well, India is the biggest textile manufacturer in the world.
Well, this is pretty good stuff. I'm impressed with it. Padded bottom, reinforced stitching.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with Rothko. Their stuff is,
I need to
reasonably priced. And if you're just starting out, or you don't have that big of a budget, and you can't afford, a $500-$600 backpack, something like that will work just fine with no problems.
Yeah, it's a good. Well, like I said, it's a good one to use or a starter backpack or anything.
No, I agree. Yeah.
All right, man. It's been awesome. I enjoy these little gear
Yeah,
talks.
they were fun.
All right, guys, that concludes another episode of Gear Talk with Buckeye Bushcraft
An ugly tent.
and Ugly Tent. Yeah,
Oh.
this is a lot of fun.
This is fun. I really enjoy this
Thank
because I do a lot of videos on just gear, but this is like really nice just to sit and only talk about gear.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I've learned some stuff. I mean,
Yep.
sitting here talking about it, and you know, it's pretty neat
Yep.
to
Yep.
learn something just over the table.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's been fun.
thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to both of our channels. And we'll see you guys next time.
Take her easy.
So if you made it past the credits, this is some bonus footage. He's going to show us how to do the flint and steel with the steel wool.
Pressure's on. No.
Oh, let me get you something back. Keep this for just such an occasion.
Get your ashtray, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So
Alright.
with this steel wool, if it's compacted, you don't have to fluff it up too much. Just create a little bit of surface area. Fluff it up just a little bit. I'm going to have to stand up to do this because I've got to smack that steel pretty hard with that. Just like that. Oh. Whoop.
I saw one.
If I can get it directed into the...
There it is. Holy moly. God, you can feel the heat from it.
Yeah, it's hot, man.
That's crazy. Golly. I did not know that. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so hot. I mean, you can't really put your hand right there. That will definitely extend with a Bodro ember or something like that. So
This thing only works for so long. And you go unplug it.
yeah, I mean it gets.
That's crazy.
And now after it burns, it just kind of crumbles into dust.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it gets really, really hot.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely like with flint steel.
Absolutely. You saw it here first or last.